Pick up your gear and open your chests. Throw on your armor and head out on a quest. Hey, it's a brand new day.
The spotlight is on Skylla. The evil magic user Skylla borrows her terrible power from none other than, hold on, the infamous Arch Hag, a mother of witches, Baba Yaga. An ally of convenience, Skylla lives only for the pursuit of power and acclaim, seeing even her fellow members of the League of Malevolence as tools to be used and discarded when it suits her needs. Skylla confounds her foes with magical trickery, wielding the unpredictable chaos of the Fireworld to hypnotize and incapacitate those who stand between her and her goals. Goodness, that's some backstory, but there's going to be more. Skylla sits on, or will sit on, seat 4. Jalaxel, Kent, Sentry, Warlock, Crooks. That's a tough seat. But okay. She's human. She's 32 years. And she's a Warlock. A supporter and a debuffer, and she is not affiliated. Her total ability score is 78, which is not much. She will be eligible for Mert, Vatra and Elminster until 2028. Her basic attack, pretty straightforward, is the Eldritch Staff. That's both a melee and a magic attack. Skylla attacks a random enemy with a staff for 1 hit and saps another random enemy for another 1 hit. I like that. Pretty straightforward. Her formational abilities: Whispers of Baba Yaga. Oh. Skylla increases the damage of all champions in the column in front of her by 400% for each champion affected by this ability, stacking multiplicatively. And we only have 2 columns, 2 rows. So if you would have maybe 4 champions here in the second row, and Skylla would be here where Certainty Dran is, she would increase the damage of those in front of her by 400% for each champion affected by this ability, stacking multiplicatively. So that would be 4 times 400 stacking multiplicatively. Depending on the formation, that might turn out to be a good idea. The Faerie Fire. Cheers, by the way. When Skylla attacks an enemy but does not defeat it, she casts Faerie Fire on it. And champions now deal a 200% additional damage to enemies affected by Faerie Fire. So tripling the damage. Phase Flicker. Whenever an enemy that is debuffed by Faerie Fire is defeated, Skylla gains the Shimmer Stack. And Skylla increases the effect of Whispers of Baba Yaga. That means supporting the champions in the columns in front of her by 100% for each Shimmer Stack she has, stacking additively. Shimmer Stacks persists for the entire adventure and reset when you complete it. Not persist through resets ability. I love those, but that's okay. Skylla's specializations A, the Witch's Switch. That's a tongue break. Witch's Switch. Other champions in the party, so everyone except Skylla, have their ability scores switched: strength with character, dexterity with intelligence, and constitution with wisdom. I'm wondering about Warlock, because Warlock inverses most formational abilities. Might be interesting. Let's see. The effect of Whispers of Baba Yaga, increasing the damage in the column in front of her, is increased by 100% each time the difference between the switched scores is 5 or more, stacking multiplicatively. So that's a bit of math, but I'm pretty sure it's going to pop up on screen when you can choose it. Her second specialization A, the League of Malevolence. Skylla increases the effect of Whispers of Baba Yaga, column in front of her, by 100% for each evil champion in the formation, stacking multiplicatively. So can get a fully evil formation. Artemis comes to mind. You can use Artemis because Artemis is on C3. Kind of interesting. So Skylla increases the effect of Whispers of Baba Yaga by 100% for each evil champion in the formation, stacking multiplicatively. I think that means including her. So that would be at most 10 evil champions. Cool. The Withering Ward increases the effect of Whispers of Baba Yaga by 33% for each debuff that has been applied to an enemy in the current area, which does not say has been applied by Skylla in the current area, but by every champion. That's the way I'm reading it. Stacking multiplicatively and capping at 50% per area. So specializations A, you have to do a little bit of math, I think. I'm pretty sure the game will help you choose. Specializations B, the Green Fire. Skylla's Faerie Fire remains green but increases the effect of the debuff by now 100%, doubling it. The Blue Fire. Skylla's Faerie Fire now turns blue. Champions attacking enemies affected by Faerie Fire, by the blue Faerie Fire now, have a 40% additional chance to deal a critical hit. Once again, Artemis comes to mind. Yeah. The Violet Fire. Skylla gains the Breaker roll now, and her Faerie Fire turns violet. Enemies affected by Faerie Fire lose an additional armor or segmented health piece when they are attacked and at least one segment was broken. So you break twice as many segments. That's the way I'm reading it. When they are attacked and at least one segment was broken, they lose an additional armor or segmented health piece. So, sounds like a pretty good breaker for dragons, for example. And our ultimate attack, the Hypnotic Pattern. That's a magic attack. Skylla creates a twisting... Where is our sound? Ah, sound is back. Good. Pardon. Skylla creates a twisting pattern of colors above the enemies for 15 seconds. Oh. All enemies take 5 seconds of BUD-based damage when hit by any champion in the formation. Additionally, all enemies, including any that spawn after the ultimate, are stunned for the duration or until they take damage, whichever is shorter, whichever comes first. Her equipment, pretty straightforward too. Slot 1 is the global DBS buff. Slot 2, Whispers of Baba Yaga stuff. Once again, increasing the damage in the column in front of her. Slot 3 is the Faerie Fire buff, affecting Specialization B, I think. I hope. Slot 4 is the Phase Flicker buff. Slot 5 buffs the first set of specializations. So Witch's Switch, yeah, that worked. The League of Malevolence and the Withering Ward. And her 6th slot is quite as usually the ultimate cooldown. Her feats are pretty straightforward too, so I'm just going to talk about the epic ones. The Whispers of the Grave increases the effect of Skylla's Whispers of Baba Yaga ability by 80%. Oh. Available in the action figure Skylla theme pack. Bummer. Pardon. Second epic feat would be the Hag's Pride. Increases the effect of Skylla's Phase Flicker ability by 80%, and that's unlockable as an event reward. Fine. On a good way in the time gate of breath, without breath information. Still going strong. Next up, not 1, not 2, but 3 deep lore videos. One about Skylla as a new champion. Hold on, even 5. Havilar will be a reworked champion. And there will be 2 deep lore videos about 1 featured champion, Virgil. And you can't have Virgil without Kent. So, I'll see you in 3 days, 5 hours at the start of Feast of the Moon. Let's hope the service won't have a hiccup. Otherwise, we'll be fine anyway. We'll just have to wait 15 minutes or so. That's okay. Good. And in the meantime, oh, see, that's a Frost Giant. Pardon, that's a Frost Giant. That would be awesome to have Skylla as a break here, because he has a lot of hit points, armored hit points to break. Good. Now that we have that covered, I'll see you in 3 days, 5 hours at the time of the recording. And in the meanwhile, I think you know how it is. Everyone, have fun. I'll see you soon. 3 days, 5 hours. Cheers, everyone.
Pick up your gear and open your chests. Throw on your armor and head out on a quest. Hey, hey. It's a brand new day.